Time around we have the Rush Duel collection. So let's go have a look at this. This should be 72 cards per box. Bearing in mind that I guess a deck of Rush Duel stuff is like 30. I think it's like between 30 and 40, right? So yeah, you don't need quite as many to make a deck. So let's have a look. Okay, I've got the wrapping off, so slide this bad boy open, I guess. So it looks like they're all very shiny, which is pretty interesting actually. I don't know if that's true of actual Rush Duel cards, but yeah, I'll take it. Card back kind of looks like the normal one, but with the Rush Duel thing. Actually, that's true of the normal Rush Duel ones as well. I think the official ones have that, but it's in Japanese. But we have Alligator Sword, which is the 1500 for base, which is actually, weirdly enough, a 1500 vanilla, kind of good in Rush Duels. Crazy enough. Ancient Rules. Not as good as it would be in plain old Yu-Gi-Oh! Because you can just tribute summon way easier, to be honest. We have Ancient Telescope, which is actually not as bad in this format. Archfiend Soldier, which I believe is actually a legend card. Normally, it should really say legend on here. So, neat. Baby Dragon! It's all like updated art as well for this era. Barrel Dragon has legend, but Archfiend Soldier doesn't, which I think it's supposed to. I'll have to look that up. Unless it's different for Duel Links, possibly. But we have Barrel Dragon, which is actually using the OCG art, because I guess because this is a translated OCG card, with the actual proper guns. And it's slightly different to original Barrel Dragon. It's actually stronger in a way. So instead of it being on summon, it's changed it from attack to defense and blow things up, which is way better actually. Oh wait, no, because wasn't Barrel Dragon each turn? Okay, maybe it's slightly nerfed, but I'm thinking double Barrel Dragon, which is level 4. But even so, like that second part kind of makes no odds really. We have the famous Abiva Warrior. Black Dragon's Chick. Blue Medicine, which is kind of a mainstay. That is a beautiful Blue Eyes. That is a beautiful Blue Eyes legend card. That is wonderful. As is that one, actually. Ooh. Unfortunately, you can only play one in a deck, so pick one, idiot. Wait, do these two... it almost feels like their art goes together, almost. Wait, do they? Are they supposed to, like... I don't know. No, because I guess it's a legend, so you can't play more than one. Unless you're Kaiba, in which case I guess you can play 3. I'm going to play multiple Blue Eyes because of my skill. Fuck you! We have another legend. This is Buster Blader, which is very pog. Cannon Soldier, which is not... I repeat, not a legend card. Bearing in mind that in the actual normal game, this just is an OGK machine. It is not banned, it is absolutely minto here. You activate this by sending one monster you control the graveyard. Flip 500 damage to opponent. I don't know if this is once per turn. It doesn't say it's once per turn, so this is kind of mental. Still, bro has not been nerfed. We have Card Destruction, famous not quite Dark World card. It's a legend card, and you can run one of each. So, legend spell. We have Celtic Guardian. This is all like very Gen 1 stuff. We have the Change of Desert. There we go. Change of Desert. This is one of the new retrain type things. 100 attack Aqua Monster, because this is from the Bubble Land stuff. Whether or not it's delivered, the heart jiggles and wobbles. That's creepy. We have Curse of Dragon, which is surprisingly decent in this format, because it's a 2000 level 5, which is kind of the upper end of the baseline. We have a Cyber Falcon, which is not a Cyber, but is a Cyber, but isn't a Cyber, and it's a 1400 win machine, which isn't terrible. We have Cyber Tech Alligator, which is a level 5 legend. Almost as good as Summon Skill, so it's a legend in this case. We have Dant Cole, which is a legend. blow up everything. I actually really love that art of Darkhold, like the foiling of it on this Darkhold, Dan Cole. And again, because it's blah 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 brush tool stuff, the art is bigger than normal. We have Dank Magician Girl, which is not a legend. Oh, she's not a legend. I thought she was. We have another Dank Magician Girl, different version. And we have, of course, a Dank Magician, who is a legend despite being a 25 to 100, which is kind of normal for a level 7. Don't know why Dark Magician is a legend specifically, especially considering this text. I guess because stuff works with him, but even so, like, newer stuff came out for Rush Duels, which meant that, like, yes, archetypes exist, so should. We have Flame Ruler, who is a 1500, 1600, and a legend, because you can use him as true tributes for a fire type, I guess. There are fusions, so there is Flame Swordsman. Flame Swordsman! I believe you still need Poly, though, so get stuffed. Forest, which does what Forest does. That's not changed at all. Guy the Fierce Knight, which also has stuff around him, but isn't a legend, so fuck you, Dark Magician, I guess. Oh, guess what? Here's another one. Ooh. That's like the alt art, right? Yeah, that's like the special art, different. Nice. We have Graceful Charity, which isn't banned and is a legend card in this instance. Let's hope they never bring Dark World into Rush Duel then. Otherwise, broken! We have Griffle, which is one of the funniest boys ever to live. He looks even fleshier in his remastered art. We have Gus, which is just bad MSD. You have Gyokatana Megami, who looks... See, now she looks like a woman. Like, the original Gyakatani Megami was, like, very androgynous / slightly male presenting. Now it's like, yes, woman! We have Harpy Girl, which, thank goodness they gave them that art. I think in the OCG they have the... yeah, here we go. I guess they'd have Harpy Girl because minor, but Harpy Lady, perfectly fine. I want 3 Harpy Lady, though, at some point, because I want to build Harpies. We have Heavy Storm, which is a legend, which makes sense. Hitotsu, Mean Giant. Oh, his muscle definition, look at that. You have Jinzo, who is a legend because not an easy beefy boy, but you want to trap? No. How about no? Labyrinth Tank, which actually looks really nice in this sort of new remastered art. Luster Dragon also isn't a legend. Do they just have 1900s now? That's kind of crazy. Magical Stone Excavate. I should actually check. Maybe some things have stopped being legends. I don't know whether that's a status that can be errated. Anyway, not a bad card. The Millennium Shield, which looks so much nicer and less plain in this sort of new artwork. The Force Lushes Mirror, which is a legend, obviously. For obvious reasons, but yes. I like how this one, compared to the others, has not changed much. Doesn't need to. We have Reborn the Monster, which is a legend, and this is using the OCG style art, because again, there is no TCG version. And Monster Reincarnation is also a legend, which is really quite weird, actually. And then there's just a mountain. Should I use this as a mountain in Magic? It's just, not only is it a mountain from a different card game, it's a mountain from a translated third-party version of a game that's of a different format to the normal version of the game. So it is a bootleg / Orica of a spin-off of a different game. And then there's Mystical Elf, who looks very pretty and lovely. We have Polymerization, which is a legend. I don't know why Polymerization is a legend, which is very weird, honestly. Pot of Avarice, I guess because I think, like, there's a different fusion spell you can use that isn't one. Anyway, got Pot of Avarice, which is like, yeah. Pog of Greed, what does it do? What does Pot of Greed do? What does it do, Yoga? We have a Protector of the Throne. Again, she looks so much nicer now. Red Medicine, I want to drink that shit. We have Red Ice Black Dragon, which for some reason is a legend. I have no idea why. Also, I like how these are very similar art. But that one's cooler. I guess that's like the actual Rush Duels one, and this is like... Actually, I don't know. Maybe it's just a newer... I don't know. Anyway, we got some Red Eyes action going on. We have the Shield and Sword. Why is this a legend? This card is terrible. We have Sky Dragon, not to be confused with Slifer the Sky Dragon. He's furry? I didn't realize this guy was a fluffy dragon. Smashing Ground, which is a legend card, which I guess makes sense. It is just straight up removal. Shogun, which is the Warriors thing. Sparks, which is weirdly kind of a staple in some decks for some reason. It's just 200 damage. And Spike Cedra, which is level 5, 1600, which is kind of mid, even by this game standard, still. We have Stone Dragon, which isn't a dragon still. I mean, neither Spike Cedra, yeah. But this is not a dragon, it's a rock, which is still weird. We have Summon Skull, the Legend Boy. This makes sense in being a legend. 1,000 Knives, which isn't a legend card. See, they could have, like, solved the Dark Magician thing by making things like this legend card and not Dark Magician itself. Torrential Tribute, which is a legend card, which makes sense. It blows up everything. Trade-In, which isn't a legend card, which I guess kind of makes sense. Trap Hole also isn't a legend card, but look at how this art looks now. Everything's so much more muscular. Ah, there we go. Twin Barrel Dragon. Yeah. Yeah, you can activate this during the main phase. This card is normal special summoned. Ah, so any time during the main phase. That's interesting. It's kind of been buffed then, sort of. It's also because it's a 1700, which is... Wait, no, because the 19... Never mind. We have Umi, which will probably have a bunch of effects based on it. Who knows? We have Wasteland, which is for dinosaurs. We have Winged Dragon Guy in the Fortress #1, but not #2 for some reason. Look at him. And Flame Manipulator, lovely boy. Ah... Look at that. Alligator Sword Dragon. Alligator Sword. And Yummy to go. So we didn't get any of the, like, they haven't done in, like, the other stuff, like the stuff from the 2 Rush Duels anime, that and Go, I think it is, with the Galaxy stuff and Udius, etc., which I was kind of hoping for, but at least I get to play Rush Duels. That's something, right? So I'll have to see if I can find some of the Rush Duels stuff again, to see if I can get some of the actual non-VM related stuff. I think the one card we did get was Angel of Desert, and that's probably because change of heart kind of thing. So yeah, but it's fine. I don't mind. I don't. It's fine. It's Potato Restaurant. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't get a couple of subscribe to the good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember to stay ghost. And let me know if you guys have played Rush Duels, either on paper or in Duel Links, and what do you think of it.